Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new Ninjago video here on the channel. My name is TannerFishies. In today's video, we are going to be discussing, in my opinion, and in the opinion of many other Ninjago fans out there, one of the most disappointing aspects of Ninjago Dragons Rising Season 3, Part 2, and I guess just Season 3 in general, that of course being the villains, especially Thunderfang and especially the Forbidden Five. I have alluded to this in a few past videos, but yes, I would like to spend some time talking about the Forbidden Five and Thunderfang, and just how disappointing they were in Season 3 Part 2, and how Season 3 could have been restructured to make them feel a lot more satisfying as characters and as villains. Now, really quick, before we get into too much detail here, I must issue a quick spoiler warning for Ninjago Dragons Rising Season 3 Part 2. This video will indeed contains spoilers. Spoilers are ahead. You have been warned. A lot of people, myself included, feel like the villain presence in Season 3 just overall has been rather lackluster. Not in terms of every villain, we still have Lord Rast doing his thing and being awesome as usual, and shockingly in Part 2, we have Lee, who turned out to be, in my opinion, kind of a standout Ninjago villain just because he's so real. But in terms of the Forbidden Five and Thunderfang, yeah, there's some disappointment there. Going back to Season 2 of Dragons Rising, the Forbidden Five spent a lot of time in that season being built up as this overarching threat for Ninjago Dragons Rising. Not the main threat, but a pretty substantial threat. The idea of disgraced elemental masters from the wildness possibly being revived and wreaking havoc on the merged lands sounded like such a cool idea. And Season 2 built up the Forbidden Five as something very ominous, this massive threat that the ninja could not let get revived. Ultimately, they did get revived, only for them to be sidelined in Season 3 thanks to Thunderfang, who we had never heard about prior and just kind of spent a large majority of Season 3 being this very one-note villain. Sure, he had motivation, but it wasn't much, and we hardly knew anything about Thunderfang prior because he was not set up prior. The Forbidden Five then spent the first half of Season 3 doing a fetch quest for Thunderfang, only to be betrayed by him and reduced to mindless, soulless, voiceless ghosts by the time of Season 3 Part 2. Until they, along with Thunderfang, just kind of quietly died. No real build-up, no real suspense. We all kind of saw it coming, and all of these events kind of just left Ninjago fans with a sense of, wait, that's it? Yeah, very much disappointing. Like I've said in previous videos, it very much seems like behind the scenes, it was kind of a nightmare with the Forbidden Five. Not only in terms of what animals they are supposed to be, but in terms of how they answered to Thunderfang. Given everything that we know, it does kind of sound like Thunderfang was a very last-minute addition thanks to interference from LEGO. LEGO designers wanted there to be a massive evil dragon, and the writers were just kind of forced to shoehorn Thunderfang in and have him be a part of the storyline somehow. The reason I say this is because, again, there is nothing in the buildup of Season 2 that suggests Thunderfang at all. He's just kind of introduced at the beginning of Season 3, no prior hints, he's just kind of there. I know there have been some rumblings recently that suggest that Thunderfang was always the plan, and the Forbidden Five were always supposed to be subservient to Thunderfang, but the show definitely did not show that. Where was all the Thunderfang buildup in Season 2 then? Why was it just focused on the Forbidden Five? If Thunderfang was always the plan, they should have done in Season 2 what they have been doing with Lord Rast and his master, where obviously Lord Rast is the current threat, but we know that he's working with someone. The way that they handled the Forbidden Five, where they were seen as the threat until suddenly Season 3 deemed them inferior to the real threat, that would be like if Lord Rast was built up as the main Dragons Rising villain only up until the final season, where it's revealed that he has a master and he's been working with someone this whole time. It would undermine literally all the buildup that we had up until that point. Same thing happened with the Forbidden Five and Thunderfang. The Five were set up as this massive threat by themselves. And again, it's no problem if they do have a master, or if they actually did have someone that they obviously served, because they do and they did. However, they should have said that in the build-up leading up to the master's reveal, not just suddenly, oh, here's season 3 and here's a big evil dragon because LEGO deemed it so. I'm not sure how much I buy the idea that Thunderfang was always the plan, because earlier writing did not really show that. Again, it very much feels like the writers had to pivot what they were trying to set up because LEGO wanted a big evil dragon. And plus, given the fact that Thunderfang is kind of just like a nothing character just overall, yeah, I'm not sure how much I buy that. Now, there has been a lot of debate, too, surrounding whether or not the Forbidden Five and Thunderfang should return in the future. I know we do have some leaks out there for Dragons Rising Season 4 that include a minifigure that looks relatively similar to Rox, but if it is Rox, I mean, I'm not sure how much myself or anyone else would honestly care that much. I feel like the Forbidden Five have shown that they're not really anything too special, despite all of the buildup that they had in Season 2. Season 3 kind of ruined all of that payoff that Ninjago fans were expecting, so again, if the 5 were to return, I'm not sure how much I would enjoy that. I'm not sure if I need them back. I feel like if Dragons Rising at some point wanted to bring them back, I would be okay with that, but definitely not anytime soon. I think we need a break from the 5, and especially a break from Thunderfang. I don't think I personally need to see Thunderfang ever again. The only thing as of right now that I would say needs to be addressed surrounding the Forbidden 5 and Thunderfang is answering what exactly happened to them at the end of Season 3 Part 2 when Thunderfang was defeated by the Archdragon of Focus again. Did Thunderfang just die along with the 5? Are their souls trapped somewhere? Like, what exactly happened there? I think the series could explain that and have that be the closure that we need for these characters, but honestly, I'm not sure how many people still care about the 5 enough or Thunderfang to even have that question answered. Again, I would personally prefer if the show answered it, or if, one of the Ninjago writers just kind of answered it over on Blue Sky. If we get some kind of answer, that would be appropriate, and I think that would be all I personally need out of these characters anymore. But again, if they really wanted to try to bring the Forbidden Five back, maybe do them right this time, have them stand out as their own villains without Thunderfang. Would not mind that either, and again, there is a theory that Season 4 will be doing exactly that, but only time will tell. Ultimately, at the end of the day, I think the problems can be blamed directly on the inclusion of Thunderfang, and the idea that LEGO is meddling behind the scenes, forcing the writers to include things that honestly they didn't really feel the need to include. But with that being said, everyone, I've kind of ranted enough about these Season 3 villains, the Forbidden Five, and Thunderfang. Leave all of your thoughts down below. Like I said, I know a lot of people do agree with me, but if you disagree, feel free to make your opinions known down below in the comments. Did you like Thunderfang and the Forbidden Five in Season 3? Leave all of your thoughts down below in the comments, everyone. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. Sorry if it was a little bit negative. I just have a lot of thoughts surrounding these Season 3 villains. Leave all of your thoughts down below. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you guys did, feel free to like and subscribe. Do all that fun stuff, and I will talk to you guys again very, very soon. Peace.